Tanya from Cloud Business Services and Tanya's Bookkeepers Bootcamp, where I help accounting pros maximize their potential with confidence and efficiency. Welcome to AI in Action. Each week, I'm breaking down real use cases, showing you what works, what to avoid, and how to make AI work for you in your practice. So in other words, how AI amplifies us, not replaces us. So this week, I saved probably about 100 hours of work using Claude. And I just jumped right into Claude because it is analyzing Excel or CSV data. So I'm just going to jump right in to show you how you could do this with any of your clients. Now, I've had to go, there we go, and block everything out so that we're not, there we go, so that we're seeing only the information I want you to see. So I've gone through, blocked out any confidential information, so you're not seeing this in live time, but this is a full screenshot of my whole conversation. So what I did is, in this case, we've got one company who is actually 3 associated companies. They all kind of do the same thing, and the bills are in some of them and paid from the other one, and a little bit of a mess. And there was $500,000 in bills here to try to go through over 3 companies to see where was it actually paid from, was it paid, did they, was there duplications in here, did they maybe pay these 2 bills with this one payment manually. This would have taken a long time. There was about 500 bills to go through. So what I did is I uploaded the unpaid bills report. So I didn't go in and do the AP. I did the unpaid bills report. Then I pulled the GL out of that company and then the GL out of the other 2. So when you just see blank, that's the first one, and then A and B are the second ones. So I told it here what I wanted to do. I'm using Whisperflow. If you're not using it, very cool. Check out my video on Whisperflow. There is a link that does get you a free month to use. And if you like it, I get a free month. So that's all that I get. But hey, you get a free month on top of a free 2 weeks. So it's very cool. So what I do is I talk into it. So this is what I spoke into it. It says I'm uploading multiple CSV exports. Now, I use CSV in Claude because Claude does read CSV better. If you import into Excel, it needs to then convert into Python language so that it understands the Excel. So I just go ahead and I upload everything into CSV. So I've said, here's all that I have. I want you to process one file at a time. Wait for me to do it. Identify whether any unpaid bills in blank may have already either been entered as duplicate, paid under one of the wrong companies, paid through a lump sum expense that covers multiple bills, offset by vendor credits or refunds. So I went through all of this. Now, before I get to that, I'm actually just going to share one more thing that I did. In Claude, you can max out very easily unless you have the plan where you're paying hundreds of dollars a month. So I've just kind of got everything here that I want to come up with a good prompt for Claude. And it said, oh yes, here it is. Here's this, couple of things Claude needs to do properly, what fields exist, what counts as a match, so it asked me questions, and this is because I've been using my ChatGPT for quite some time, and I use it as a sparring partner. So, what format do we want back? Here's something strong. Here's the matching rules, my recommendation, quick question before you finalize the perfect vision. So then I went in, answered the questions, made it very clear, and said, here's the quick clarifiers. Do vendors' name vary across the companies? Yep, they might. Are credits and refunds possible? Yep, they sure are. Are there specific accounts to focus on? So we went through all of that, and it again came up with everything. Here's the recommendation. I again answered some questions, and it came up with the final prompt for me to copy and paste directly into Claude to get Claude to do exactly what I needed. So something like this is great when you're using both of them, a great way to use both. Otherwise, this probably would have taken me several days to do in Claude, just simply because I would max it out if I don't have my instructions precise. Andrew Wall said to me on actually a call that we were on, explained dealing with AI like an autistic 5-year-old. And I thought that is perfect. You need to be extremely precise with the instructions to get back exactly what you're looking for, because you're going to get what you ask for. So that's why we went through this thing in ChatGPT first. So then here we're back in Claude. So I've copied and pasted all of that. As you can see here, it was exactly what was put in. Then we pulled it out. So there is almost $500,000 in outstanding bills. It showed the top 5 vendors, broke down notable items. Now it analyzed the GL, gave me, here's on the GL, here's some matches: strong match, exact match, probable match. So I knew where to start looking for. Low confidence items, cross company pattern being identified. And then next steps was to upload the next company's GL. So there's that. Now it started analyzing, doing the same thing, major finding. So it's already finding strong match in some of these. Again, it's totaling here what it found, breaking down the dollar that it matched, which is great. Then I uploaded the final one. It went through. What I really like about this is that you can see the work as it's going through. So I did watch the work as it was going through. I see a few vendor names that I forgot to get rid of, but that's fine. They're only vendors. Went through here, name variations, some potential name variations. Here was the last file. Here is, again, some cumulative progress. 51,000 transactions it analyzed. That's how many transactions I would have had to go through, transaction by transaction by transaction. And this, I was not billing hourly. If I was billing hourly, client's not going to want to pay my rate to have me do this. So this was based on a project. So again, something really good to go through in there. So key wins, now it shows everything is done. This is kind of going funky. There we go. So here's the journal entry that it suggests that we make. Then I've said, okay, we've got all of that. Go in to look at the original open bill list. Let me know on that. Throw it into an Excel sheet of the open bill, which there are unpaid bills that have exact matches and so on. So it went in. Green is, yep, all their bills covered. Yellow, partially paid. Red, no payments found. Went through all of this, broke it down by vendor, what was in there, how to use this. That was awesome. Now, here's my output. Again, I have gone through, I'll just move this, gone through, gotten rid of the vendor names in here, but it broke down a total of 211 bills in there for all the different vendors that have been paid by multiple payments and whatnot. So again, I had it color coded, and I was actually able to go in, and it was 95% accurate. So it saved me a lot of time on using it to do that. Again, what I love about using Claude is the fact that I can see the work as it's going through. So it's almost like long division. So I can verify if it's on the right track or not. And that's kind of why I use ChatGPT to get the wording proper to then pop it in here. All right, so there you have it. AI working with you, not against you. So remember, our expertise, our judgment, and client relationships, those are irreplaceable. So if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss next week's episode, and share this with a fellow accounting pro who needs to hear it. We're all navigating this AI shift together, and the more we share what works, the stronger our profession becomes. Do you want to dive deeper? Head over to bookkeepersbootcamp.ca. We've got training, coaching, and a community of accounting pros who are mastering this together. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep showing the world what accounting professionals are really capable of. This is Tanya signing off. See you next week.